Elon Musk is a name that connotes ambition and creativity. His revolutionary forays into technology, space exploration, and electric cars have left a lasting impression on the world. However, there is an opulent lifestyle hidden beneath the successes and headlines. This piece delves into Musk's extravagant possessions, examining 11 items that this tech wizard owns that are absurdly costly. Elon Musk's possessions, which range from rare and contentious shoes to a fleet of private aircraft and an unearthly collection of cars, demonstrate not only his fortune, but also his distinct and unrepentant way of living. Now let's go started. Number 1. The ugly expensive shoes. First, let's talk about his really unique shoes. For this, he must have faced a 6-month prison sentence. It was imperative that he did something so divisive that it would destroy his reputation. In California, it is strictly forbidden to possess customized Air Jordan Tesla sneakers. Materials such as pony hair, python leather, and red metallic leather are used to make them. However, it is prohibited and punishable by up to 6 months in jail to wear anything made of python in California. Elon hasn't been spotted wearing them since, presumably to avoid taking a legal chance on another lawsuit. But those $1,500 shoes are nothing in comparison to what he will wear on Mars, where time is measured in a somewhat different way. Number 2. The Swiss watch worn in space. Elon needed to make sure he was playing the risk game right. He then called Tag Heuer to request something unique, and they duly delivered. The 50th anniversary of the first Swiss watch to be worn in space was marked with the launching of this limited edition Carrera 1887 SpaceX. For $10,000, you could purchase that watch for yourself. Elon knew he had to improve while he was on Earth. Thus, he spent $50,000 on an Audemars baguette and $200,000 on a Richard Mille. Number 3. Tesla Roadster into space. That may sound absurd, but his collection of cars is unreal. No, really. He launched his own $100,000 Tesla Roadster into space on a homemade rocket. Who takes that action? He even broadcast the entire event live, and you can currently track its whereabouts in orbit. And he just bought another one, because he's never going to get that one back. Elon Musk is the owner of both the 1920 Ford Model T, the first mass-produced gas car, and the first mass-produced electric car. Because he invented the electric car. That is a $25,000 automobile that hardly runs. That a gas-powered vehicle was also his dream car. Elon first fell in love with the Jaguar E-Type when he was 17 years old and saw it in a magazine. But at that point, Elon had only $2,000 to his name and $110,000 in debt, just like the rest of us. Once he made just enough, he got it immediately. And believe it or not, that car barely works too. One of his most expensive cars almost cost him his life because after Elon made his first bag. Number 4. The submarine car. Elon wanted something even more outrageous, but he needed a new car. That's why he concluded he had to get an automobile that could function as a submarine. Indeed, after a couple discovered this functional James Bond vehicle in an abandoned storage facility, Elon bought it for $1 million, increasing the value of his collection of cars to nearly $2.8 million. For Elon Musk and his family, an entire neighborhood worth an astounding $80 million. This is one of the cheapest residences you could ever purchase, even if you were a billionaire. Number 5. The weird neighborhood. For Elon Musk and his family, an entire neighborhood worth an astounding $80 million. This is one of the cheapest residences you could ever purchase, even if you were a billionaire. In the whole Bel Air mansion neighborhood he purchased. He started by buying a single home like any other individual, with the exception that it was valued at $17 million. This home features a tennis court, a spa, a gym, and 7 bedrooms. This place even has a movie theater of its own. Elon chose to purchase 6 more of those since he enjoyed the location so much. Despite having 7 homes with gyms, you still resemble Peter Griffin, with the exception of one, where Elon purchased Willy Wonka's home outright. All of those mansions are essentially the same. The interior of the house is filled with strange objects. Elon had no intention of residing in that eerie home. It follows that he converted it into a school for his children. Number 6. The diamond Tesla ring to celebrate. Elon rarely flashes his jewels, but since Ben Baller gave them to him, he was willing to overlook it. He only owns one item of jewelry, and it wasn't for him. He gave his undergraduate lover a green emerald on a 14-karat gold necklace, straight from his father's emerald line. Having spent $50,000 on it, he was presumably not as heartbroken by their breakup as IBM was, but his second wife ended up with millions when Elon discovered how much girls care about rings and bought 3 different engagement rings for her. She teased him for being cheap because the first ring he bought cost $100,000, even though Elon was earning hundreds of millions. Thus, in order to atone, he purchased. She was shocked to learn that the ring was only meant for daily wear. He also spent a total of $1.5 million on jewelry, including a $1 million diamond and 10 sapphires in a ring he got her for significant occasions. 2 years later, Elon divorced her and gave her $16 million as payment for her troubles, indicating that he obviously didn't care that much about spending that amount either. Number 7. Spending way more on his kids. While the typical father spends over $300,000 on their child, Elon's children are unquestionably exceptional. They spend approximately $1 million a year on their private jet holidays and private education. Elon is investing a minimum of $24 million in a single child. However, the man has 9 children, thus his net worth is estimated to be $216 million. Number 8. The greedy private jets. Elon doesn't give a damn when he purchases numerous jets. Elon found it intolerable to only have one jet. Naturally, he purchased 5 of them. His first plane, which cost him $26 million, had a dining area, a bedroom, and standard recliner chairs. Before he became a billionaire, he purchased this. Upon reaching the billions level, he was spotted circling in the same little aircraft as Taylor Swift. He had to one-up billionaire Mark Cuban after noticing that the latter owned a Gulfstream G550, so he paid $62 million for each of the 2. Nevertheless, the G650, a more recent model, didn't take long to launch. They are very different from one another. There's a spare seat on the G650. That's what wealthy people do with private jets, only they pay $75 million instead of $1,000. Elon recently spent an additional $75 million on the G700, the newest Gulfstream. They essentially merely increased the plane size. However, spending $300 million on jets isn't a huge concern when your net wealth exceeds $200 billion. Number 9. The Super App. The largest flex ever may have been Elon's largest acquisition. Ordinary folks simply uninstall apps they don't like the way they work. If you're Elon Musk, you just go ahead and purchase it. Elon took a little sabbatical from his mission to send humans to Mars to ensure that free expression remained intact when he noticed that Twitter was blocking a lot of individuals. He purchased Twitter despite the fact that it was losing billions of dollars. Imagine being so wealthy that you didn't even care if you lost billions of dollars because you paid far more than you needed to. Since Elon loves the $420 meme, he chose to purchase every share of the business at that price of $54.20. He may have overpaid by $19 billion, raising the total amount he paid to $44 billion to acquire this failing bird app. Elon recently rebranded Twitter as X and declared his intention to transform it into a super app, so it appears he is attempting to change that. Number 10. Buzz Lightyear. Musk changed the names of 2 of his businesses, SpaceX and Tesla. On July 15, the billionaire declared SpaceX to extend life beyond Tesla to protect life on Earth. The latter seemed recognizable and reminiscent of Buzz Lightyear's phrase, "to infinity and beyond." Number 11. Life on Mars. On July 6, Musk stated, "Humanity will reach Mars in your lifetime." The billionaire has made it clear that he wants to colonize the Red Planet, and that SpaceX, his rocket manufacturing business, is the first move in that direction. Musk stated in 2020 that he intended to construct 1,000 starships in 10 years. At the time, the billionaire wanted to make the journey to Mars accessible to everyone by launching 3 starships on average every day. Needs to be such that anyone can go if they want. with loans available for those who don't have money, Musk stated.